are there any substitutes? Are you substituting for Alpha or for Michelle?
Alpha's coming, Michelle's coming as well.
Oh,
Michelle should be coming.
Now.
Okay.
Okay.
Alpha is on the way.
Right, to confirm and sign the minutes of the meeting held on the 6th of October, can I sign the minutes?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed. Flagpole location, to decide on the possible location of a new flagpole. Right, obviously we've had time to think about this since the last meeting, and I'll go around in turn and ask people if they are, indicate if you wish to speak, but I'll ask everybody individually if they've got any thoughts about where they would like to see this located. On my screen, it looks like, I'll take you in order on my screen. I can only do that. It'll be different on everybody else's stream. Councillor Rubner.
For me, I like to see the flagpole outside the town council offices, actually.
By the town council.
Outside where, sorry?
The town council offices. His sound isn't very good.
No, it's not very
But
good.
the town council
Councillor
offices.
Turner. Councillor Turner.
Well, my ideal scenario would be on the roundabout, you know, just by Tesco's and everything. But I know we don't own that. So outside the town council offices.
Okay, Councillor Kaza.
With outside the town council.
Councillor Collins.
I believe outside of the council, please.
Councillor Parnell. Nearly forgot your name.
Outside the council offices, I'd like to see one at the station as well, really, but we can't afford it. So,
well, we'll see what's left over at the end of the year. I think if we settle on one, so the decision then is to have it. The town council. Yes, sorry.
There was something on Facebook that said that, you remember the bowling green at Meadow Park?
Yeah.
They have a flagpole. They have a flagpole that they said if we would have asked, we could have had it. We can have it. So we may be able to get in touch with them. That may be the second one.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
So
that might be an idea. Okay. Yeah. So it'd be good anyway to get a new flagpole. Yeah. Where it would be sited, I would assume, would be, I don't know. Where could we site it at the town office? Out on by the notice board?
The best place for it is be between the dentist and Fairway Hall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our land.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Right. Are we all agreed then that is? I think that's the only suggestion, and everybody, I think, is happy with that.
Can I just, sorry, I've only just got on. I've had quite a few problems getting on again. Could you just recap that bit for me, please?
We're just, we're on item 5. We're looking at where we may put the new flagpole.
Can I just say I wasn't on this meeting last week, so last time I could not get the link to connect. I've managed to do it today. But personally, I don't think this is the right time to put a flagpole up. While we've got people eating from the food bank, while we're in a desperate situation. I did watch the meeting after. I've listened to what was said, but this is not the right time to be investing in a flagpole. £3,500.
Thank you very much for your views. Councillor Butchins, you have an opportunity to speak if you have a view.
Right, I'll mute myself. Yeah, I only caught the tail end of that, but I've been always thought that the best place would be to have another one attached to the building like the current one, because that would then be at the front and you know, it's basically parallel to the current one, and I guess it wouldn't cost anywhere near that much. And I think having a vertical one somewhere, there just isn't a good place for it.
Well, we've just discussed where we might put it, and I think the if it goes to the vote, it looked like it was
Outside the council office.
outside the council office between the dentist and the and Fairway Hall. Okay.
Could this not be considered putting it on hold until we're not in a time of a pandemic?
No, we're moving on with this. We can't keep putting everything on hold. We've made this decision. We're moving ahead with it. We've had the competition, and I understand how you feel about this, but we're not putting it on hold at this time.
But perhaps like putting two fingers up to our residents who are struggling.
No, nothing of the sort, Michelle. I don't, that's not the intention at all. Democratically, we've spoken about this, and democratically, we have made a decision. Councillor
What was the vote on this, on the actual vote? Could you tell me? When this went through?
We're voting on it now. We're voting on it now.
Can I? Sorry, there are two things.
Councillor Butchins.
Yeah, there are two things. First of all, if you're talking about the little bit of lawn, which is almost behind the council office or the entrance to it, then A, it's not going to be visible from anywhere, and B, it's a place that we erect the gazebo when we use it as a sort of green room when they have performances on. So I think it would be in the way there and it wouldn't be seen. I can't see the logic in that at all.
Well, I would prefer it actually to go by the notice board at the front of the building. Any other thoughts on this, please? Councillor Rubner.
Unmute yourself, Simon.
Well, I just want to say that I agree 100% with Clive. I said that I believe I agree 100% with Clive that the flag should be, another vertical flagpole should be erected next to the current one. We can have it flying on the town council offices. It's vandal proof there, and it'd probably be the most inexpensive solution.
Right. We need then to put this to the vote, don't we? Because we've got two schools of thought here. We've got a vertical flagpole and we've got a horizontal flagpole. And I don't know whether we would be able to put another vertical flagpole on the place where it's suggested by the window, whether the weight would have any bearing on it. Maybe we need to consider finding out if that were the case. Dan, have we asked if it would be possible to have another vertical or a horizontal vertical flagpole alongside the one that's already there?
I can speak to Neil and Paul tomorrow and ask them about it. I can't see it being an issue if we want one there, but I'll have to speak to them about it.
Yeah. Right. So I can hear someone's got a radio, television or something on. Okay.
Yeah, I could hear it, but it's not me.
No. Okay. Is there so what are the thoughts now then, where the decision is between a vertical or a horizontal flagpole? Obviously the cost would be different, but the cost of the flag and everything would be very much the same, I would think. Obviously there would be no need for the cost of the erection, and that would make a significant difference. But we did, I think if we look back in the minutes, we did put aside an amount of money for this. Oh, that we would have a budget up to 3,500.
Got it. Yep.
Right. Okay. Do we want to go, Dan? We'll ask Dan then to find out what the possibility of having one from the town office alongside the one, but also we've got to consider whether that would be visible and come back on the next meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're moving on to item number 6, winter. I think it's Window Wonderland, isn't it? And Dan, perhaps you'd like to tell us about this, please.
Window Wonderland is a project that's going on at the moment. It encourages residents to make decorations in their home windows, and
That's nice.
on a weekend, on 19th and 20th of December, a route will be publicised showing the residents a walking route, so they can walk round and see all the different windows that are taking part in this event. This was brought to me by Peter Windsor from Inspire All, wanting our involvement in it. They're paying the registration costs to the websites to get involved. And I suggested that we run a competition for the residents of whoever does the best window display, and that we put up a prize of £200 as an incentive for people, because as you can see from the pictures, a lot of hard work goes into these. So I felt like £200 would be a good enough incentive for people to get involved.
And I think the beauty of this is, although it's a winter wonderland, the pictures can depict anything through the winter, can't it? They can be religious, not religious, to do with the seasons, festivals of light. So has Peter was going to talk to the shopkeepers, wasn't he? Has he had any luck with that yet?
I don't know what's happened with the shopkeepers. I've not heard from him.
One of the big difficulties is going to be now is that the shops are not going to be open.
But then there'll be more people at home.
Pardon?
There'll be more people at home.
Oh yeah, there'll be more people at home. Yes, I agree with that. And the prize is for residents anyway, and to take part. And the video is well worth looking at. It's amazing some of the things that people are able to do, the materials that you use are not they're not prohibitively expensive, and it might be something that parents could have their children take part in. I mean, look how if you look at the pictures that Dan has shown you here, the one with the balloons is relatively simple, isn't it? Cut out silhouette. I can imagine when I did look at the video, and I thought that there's much more work involved than at first meets the eye. But what do people think? Will we get people taking part in this?
Well, I hope so, because it looks lovely.
I think it's a good idea for our community to engage with one another.
Yeah,
it's great.
So how will we publicise this, Dan?
Well, I've left a space in the town crier if we want to go ahead with it. So,
well, that would be great.
Okay, and Michelle can put it on Facebook. She's used to putting lots on Facebook, and this type of thing she could tell the residents about.
Disappeared.
I don't know if Michelle is here.
She's disappeared.
She's gone. Right.
But well, anyway, maybe Alpha or Prabhakar can speak to Michelle, and she's very good at putting stuff on Facebook.
Okay, yeah, that's great.
Yes, maybe we could Alpha.
Yeah, I know me or Prabhakar. Yeah, Prabhakar is also.
Santa, you think we're not good?
Prabhakar is a good one. He's a computer geek, you know.
Okay, but then you could explain to Michelle, and she could put it on and ask the residents to join in and contact the town council, things like that.
Of course, yep. We
could circulate it to schools so that they would put it in their school newsletter. I
Yeah.
think we need some sort of poster, Dan, that will capture people's interest. Would it be a good idea to, I was going to say for the children, for a prize for the children separately?
I think we should do it because it's going to be households. It's not.
Yeah,
They should for the
that's true.
household.
That's true. That's true. Right. Okay. Right. If you can put up get a poster together ready for both the town crier, Facebook, and we'll publicise it as far as possible through. Obviously, the faith groups still send newsletters out to their congregants, and there are lots of organisations that are still sending out to their members. So we'll just have to give it as much publicity as we can.
And everyone's happy with the £200 prize?
Only if I win it.
Yeah, it's good.
Didn't know you were an artist, Pat.
That will encourage a lot of folks to partake.
My talents are well hidden.
I would love to do that. I think these pictures are fabulous. I love it. I honestly, if I could do something like that, I love it. I think it's great.
But when you see that one with the balloons,
I love it.
It is so simple. But
Yeah, not simple.
you know, less is more, as they say. But some people can just have got an eye for things, and they can make something very
Lovely.
simple look.
It's
It
really
just looks great, doesn't it? It could be
It does.
celebrating our frontline workers. It could be, you know, whatever.
It's a
Yeah.
participation.
Oh yeah.
May I
absolutely.
suggest that we, the councillors, we are excluded from such?
Sorry.
May I suggest that the councillors should be excluded from the prize?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Oh yeah. Of
Of
course.
course.
I
Oh,
agree. I agree.
I'm not going to do one then.
No, me neither.
Some
No, we can
people
do it.
are very fortunate in having a window that can be seen easily from by the public. And, some people don't have that facility. Right.
Pat, it's the taking part that matters. You know that.
I didn't go to rugby. Right, future events, number 7. So Dan, we're all clear on that. You're going to, yeah. Okay, moving on to number 7, future events. Virtual Christmas decoration. Dan.
Well, you know more about that than I do.
Oh, sorry. This is the suggestion by Norman Shuker that in the summer we had the virtual flower festival, but this time we invite people, individuals or organisations to submit a something like a Christmas arrangement. Again, it could be a virtual. So in the church normally, in All Saints, we normally decorate the windowsills for the Christmas service. But this year it would be, someone would make a decoration. I don't know if Jewish households do this, but I suspect some of them do. You don't have a table decoration for for a meal. No,
not a Christmas one. No.
No. A glittery one, something that would so a table decoration essentially, and it can reflect your religion or not.
Okay.
It could be reindeers and Christmas tree, fir trees. But anyway, I've had one so far. I spoke to one of the members of our club when we were giving out the roses, Neri Ozumu. She works with Gratitude, and she's made one already for Gratitude. The person keeps the decoration and takes a photograph, sends it. I send them to Dan. He laminates them. And last time we had some at St Michael's, some at Shopwick, some on the railings at Allam Hall, and some on the railings on All Saints Church. And
we had them outside our house.
We had some outside our house, yes. So there we are. That's one we had before. We had more of a theme to that. And so but it's very simple. All we need something is a candle placement and something to decorate it.
Well, we could do a Hanukkah. We could do something like that, and we could put whatever we want round it. We could make
absolutely. Diwali's coming up, maybe something from that. I don't know. It could be a winter scene. It could be, you know, a whole range of things. Nobody's contribution would be turned away. I think it would be, you know, be useful for just really to just people look at these things and they just cheer up, don't they? You know, sometimes, but it shouldn't cost a lot of money. People will use whatever they've either got in their house or their garden, and they keep it. And it is only the photograph that we really want. Okay. Councillor Butchins.
Yeah, I've thought for a number of years now, it would be nice to have maybe a competition, or maybe could be part of what we're talking about, pictures of the Christmas lights that people put up on their houses in the area.
That's lovely.
We could either have it as a separate competition with a prize maybe, or we could have it as part of this Christmas decorations
I would think that first of all, the Christmas decorations project, I would keep it separate because that can be set up now in advance. People will not begin to decorate their houses until a little bit later on, and we can do that as a separate thing, having the photographs, and that maybe even be part of the trail, the winter Wonderland trail, because we do have some people do amazing decorations on particularly the neighbours in the end of our road. It's just amazing. I put up lights, but it's not amazing. But so that would be a good idea. Asking, we could get some, we could also, I suppose, have some photography of winter scenes that we could put those up after Christmas, couldn't we? You know,
if we get any winter scenes, yes.
Well, they're out in the roads tonight, apparently.
Yes, they're gritty.
Yeah, they're in the roads tonight, so who knows? But doesn't winter scene have to have snow? Couldn't it just be a beautiful day with where the trees have got no leaves on them anymore? You know, it could
sure.
Really. So that's two things. So that could come under any other events. Can you work up a specification for that, Clive?
For which one?
Okay.
The Christmas lights or the
Christmas lights?
Are we on any other events then now?
No. I'm just suggesting that I've finished saying what I've said about the table setting. You've given me something that the Jewish community might engage in. You'll have to tell me how to spell that.
Okay, I'll tell you what it is. If it's a Hanukkah event at
No, Sandra, we're not on to that bit yet. We're going to do that in a minute, but we're just finishing the table decoration.
Oh, okay, I'll do that in a minute.
About Hanukkah.
Oh, the Hanukkah, yes, we could do different things. We have they have like chocolate money with this gold. We could do something like that. We could definitely make a display, I think.
Okay. And what about Diwali? Diwali's coming up soon. I don't know if anyone can give me any advice about that. Festival of Light? No? Okay.
You know when it is?
I think Councillor Casa could throw light upon Diwali.
Councillor
Casa.
I don't think he can hear us.
I can hear you.
Oh, what kind of things might be put on display in houses over Diwali?
You have the usual lights. In fact, in most of the places like Wembley, Croydon, they put the lights sometime during Diwali, and the same thing continues for Christmas.
Okay, if you can tell me, we want to open this to everybody.
Okay, I'll send you pictures of what they put up in these areas.
Okay.
Would that help? Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then we're moving on to 2, but the first thing on item 2 is Clive's suggestion for the for photographing some of the people's houses lit up. Yes,
Christmas lights.
Mm-hmm.
so it's residents' houses, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, right. That's fine. So we could display those. I don't know how quickly we could get those photographs done, and
Well, they'd have to be after Christmas, probably, wouldn't they? For the
yeah,
next town crier, or well, what about making it a feature in the next town crier, and maybe a competition? I don't know what you think about that. The prize.
well, I suppose we could get. I don't know. I just thought we were just going to take photographs and laminate them and just show.
Could do.
Play
Could
them.
do. Brighten up people's life after Christmas. I don't know. But then would they have to come down after 12 days?
No, that's a falsehood. They don't have to come down until February. I asked him more, and he told me that. Anyway, so we would have to have spotters to tell us which houses are decorated. I know about 3 or 4 in my area that are contenders for having their photographs taken.
There's one traditionally been in Aycliffe Road, very good, opposite the Indian restaurant.
But somebody collects for charity in this area too, don't they?
I don't know. Best ones are in St Albans, but
well, we're not throwing it open that
no,
far.
I know.
Right. So Sandra, you're going to bring up a different event.
I am. Yeah. Okay. It's the Jewish Life Centre. It was the Rabbi Chaim Hoch rang me, and they want to do for Hanukkah is they're negotiating now, I think, with the retail park, the car park. They're going to, when it's closed. I don't know the date yet because he didn't tell me. He said he'd get back to us. They're going to close when they close the car park, to take it over as a drive-in, not to get out of your car, so it's safe. To have screens around the car park to show the lighting of the Hanukkah, and the people would be with masks and gloves and everything, giving boxes of hot dogs and donuts to each car. And there'd be screens all around it, and I think it sounds a great idea, and it's open to everybody. So it'd be a fun, because Hanukkah is a fun time. It's a nice time. It's a jolly time. So I think that would be great. They are asking for some funds, but I've told them that they need to write in to get those funds and to tell us what they're proposing and what it's going to cost, all of that. And they said that's what they're going to do. I've spoke to Pat, I've spoken to Simon, I've spoken to Hugh, and I think Jeremy was for it as well. Well, I know Jeremy was for it as well.
That's a nice idea.
So I just wanted to bring it to entertainment, because obviously that's where it's got to come.
Well, it's a great idea. What we need is specific costings.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
And,
not to get out of the car, they can do it.
Yeah, and numbers, because obviously there have to, because of COVID, there are all the COVID restrictions. But I'm sure that I know that last year they organised in the Boulevard, so it isn't a first time at the Boulevard. And I'm sure that they would, they'll what they will have to do is come up with costings. She's gone. Is it all frozen?
Simon's hand is
what
up.
happened? I'm sorry.
Well, sorry, Sandra, you went. What I was
Sorry?
saying is they need to send in. We need a breakdown of what they want, what they're going to do, and the usual
The
application.
cost as well.
Yeah,
The cost
yeah,
as
yeah.
well, yeah.
Can I ask who would be deciding that money?
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're doing that. They are doing
Yeah.
that.
Who would
But-
be
but I
deciding?
wanted
Who would be making the decision on the money though?
Sorry?
We would once we get some figures.
Yeah, but do we have time? If that's not brought till the next entertainment meeting, is there then time?
It could come to the full council meeting in November.
Okay.
I don't know that. When's the next?
I
don't
would
know.
hate for them
We
to run out
can't-
of time.
We
No,
can't.
you can't come to,
We can't move forward on it without the proper costings, because we've got absolutely no idea what they're asking
we
for.
can't move forward.
We need much more information, really. It's you know.
No,
as
I do get that. I do get that we can't decide tonight, but can we know where the money will be decided, or or which meeting it could be agreed, so they don't run out
we
of
might
time?
have to have a special meeting for that, Michelle, because we can't
Okay.
make a decision tonight, can we? So it's up to whoever is wanting money to give us the costings, because we can't make any decisions until we have that information.
But the GMC's cancelled, isn't it, till January?
It's cancelled till January because Jeremy wanted to do the in-house audit. He wanted to wait for HBC to see what their precept they were giving to us, and that's why this one's cancelled.
Oh, okay.
So because we haven't heard.
I would suggest that what we do is, as soon as they get the costings in, we would need to know item by item what things would cost, and then we'd have to then have a quick Zoom meeting to decide.
Well, Sandra's in contact with the rabbi, so could she
Yes.
maybe give the rabbi and say to him, by this date we would need something?
Yes, Michelle, I've said to him, you've got to phone. I told him to phone Hugh to speak to Hugh about it. He'll get the forms, and he didn't know it's going to cost about £10,000 in all to do it all, because you've got to hire the car park and all of that. It's expensive, so he would like some money towards it. So I told him to. So yes, so okay, so I said, well, I can't give you any decision, but I'll speak to the other councillors. I said when we have our entertainments meeting, and I do know you have to write in and give the details of what you're doing. So he knows that, Michelle. But they're slow, aren't they? So I'll ring him tomorrow and say to him, look, this has got to be on quickly done, because it's going to be December, around the 12th, I think it's going to be. But I actually don't know the exact date, but around that date is Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pat, can I just
Simon's
say,
got his hand up.
Simon.
Can I just say something to Michelle from before, because I couldn't see her on the screen before?
I keep dropping out, I think. So
Sorry?
I've left the screen. I keep dropping off. So I've left the video off, and hopefully I don't drop off.
Okay, but what we were talking about, Michelle, was Winter Wonderland. I asked, they said, how can we let people know to do this? And I asked Alpha and Prabhakar if they could speak to you, but you're here now, so I can speak to you. So
Yes.
I was wondering if you would put it on Facebook that they would decorate their windows. I mean, you can speak to Dan and he'll tell you what's happening, how it's going to work. It's like a little competition for everybody.
Yeah, I'll speak to. I'm going to speak to Dan in the morning anyway. So I'll have
Okay.
a contact with Dan in the morning, and maybe he could give me some little graphic so it looks like something from Elstree and Bournemouth Town Council that I'm putting out.
Yeah. Okay. Would you do
Thank you
that
very-
then? Okay.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Alpha and Papa- Okay. Because they said they would do it, but now you're here. I can speak to you.
Thank you.
Councillor
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Pat.
Councillor Ruvner.
Just wanted to say that the first night Hanukkah is the
The 11th.
Thursday, the 10th of December.
Yeah.
So that's the first night Hanukkah, and it ends on Friday, the 18th of December. As you know, Chaim Hoch spoke to myself as well, and I think that there is cross-party support for this, and he's hoping to have about 200 cars. We can fit about 200 cars in the car park, so he's well aware of doing it in a COVID safe environment. And I hope that by the time Hanukkah starts on the 11th of December, then lockdown would have been finished by then. But I think that if we can put it on, I think it will be great. It will be a fantastic event for people of all faiths.
Yes.
Hanukkah, the whole idea of Hanukkah, it celebrates freedom of religion. So it's not. So it's really relevant to everybody. It's not necessarily a Jewish.
A lovely ceremony, and they must have some idea of the costing, because although they didn't have, what will be expensive for them is the hiring the screens. I don't think, did they have screens there last year?
I can't remember.
They must have had. They must have paid whatever the first time ever they had it in the Boulevard last year, didn't they? Yes, no?
Yeah.
The Hanukkah lighting has been in Tesco's before that, but this time it was in the Boulevard. And what they need to do, as with any other event, is to take it to the COVID team as well, because they will tell them what they can and cannot do as regards to social distancing and all of that. There's quite a lot of forms to fill in, but that's to keep everybody safe. And we're all hoping that the 2nd of December will be the day we come out of lockdown, but I would say don't hold your breath. So there's lots of things that will be planned, may not be able to go ahead.
Okay, can I just come back on that, Pat? Maybe it would be good if Dan wrote something out, and then you put it on Facebook, and Michelle could share it, Dan, because you know exactly what it is that we're trying to do. Would that be any good idea? Would
Yeah,
that be
I can do that.
idea? Can you do that, Michelle? Is that okay? I don't know, where's Michelle gone?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just having to unmute each time, so no, that's fine. I'll speak to Dan tomorrow.
Okay, because if you send it out and Michelle shares it, then we can all share it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good idea, Sandra.
Are there any other events?
How wide are we going to share it? Just Borehamwood and Elstree?
Yeah.
I think yes, because our competition is only going to be for here. But I do believe that Peter Windsor is hoping to put it Hertsmere wide, but that would be nothing to do with us whatsoever.
Yeah, Peter Windsor, he's going to be doing it all over Hertsmere, but the competition is just going to be for Elstree and Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So he won't be promoting that.
No.
I'll give you a call tomorrow, Dan.
Yeah, it needs to be made clear then that it's only for residents and business people in the area, or not?
Why not? Why shouldn't shopkeepers have the opportunity?
Shopkeepers, even if their shops are closed, can still enter the competition if they want to, but it's harder, isn't it, to make contact with them now, because unless he goes round on a skateboard tomorrow, he's not going to get through many shops, is he?
Being in retail myself, I know that although there's going to be a lockdown, lots of shop staff will be in their shops working, because a lot of them have websites and things like that. So although the shops will be closed for the public to enter, a lot of them will be in work running their e-commerce side of their business. So it might be that some of the shops in Bournemouth might want to put on a display.
Yeah, but it's actually getting in touch with the shopkeepers that's going to be.
I mean, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
But then that's up to Peter. That's his part. Our part really is looking at what the residents can do. Are there, under 7.2, are there any other events that people can think of that we would be there's obviously no Christmas lighting, no singing. We've got the virtual Christmas light switch on.
I've got an update for that.
Right, great.
We've going to have 2 EastEnders now contributing to the video.
Wonderful.
So we're going to have, if Simon, I'll speak to you tomorrow, so I need you to do a little speech or something. Andrew Grady's going to do a virtual performance with Bournemouth Brass. Hopefully they'll be able to do 3 songs, but I told him to do whatever he can do. So it's going to be very difficult for him.
Yeah.
And then, 2 messages from 2 EastEnders stars. So it should be a nice little video.
Lovely.
We can also get some contributions from, I mean, Riley could sing a Christmas song, Christmas carol, Christmas whatever. And there are some other people that we could ask that could send to you. When we did the virtual summer concert, there would be contributions. For instance, Rosemary Wiseman and her husband both play. And I'm sure that they would contribute if we asked them. And what about Writers in the Woods with some Christmas poems or winter poems?
Simon wants to speak.
Sorry, Simon.
I just want to say that given that Christmas is a religious festival, would it be nice to have one of the ministers to give a short Christmas message as well? One of the Christian ministers in the town to be invited to give a short Christmas message?
Well, that would be Tim, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Nice idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Or there's also well, Father Dominic's not here. I don't know the new priest at the Catholic Church. There's a new appointee, but whether he's permanent or temporary, I don't know.
I think it's Tim though, shouldn't it?
Pardon?
I think
Oh,
it could be either Tim or Louise or Father Dominic, either one of them.
no,
Because,
Father Dominic.
because it's Christians united together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are others too, aren't there? There are about 6 or different, the different ones, the Baptists. Anyway, the I think there is a Bournemouth Christian Council. I think the person who is leading that is David Applin. Maybe he could come up with a suggestion.
Okay.
Can I just sort of say that Councillor Collins' wife is one of the local vicars. He might be able to help us get in touch with them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay. Okay, then if there's nothing else to be discussed, thank you very much for this evening, and we will meet again, like thunder or in rain.
Thank you.
Sorry, I came
Thank
late.
you very much. And thank you, Dan.
Dan,
And excellent town crier coming out.
and I'll see you tomorrow, Dan. Tomorrow I'll see you.
Yeah, okay.
Can I just say, guys, just before we go, hello. Just before you go off, any of you, I know some of our councillors are older. We're going through another month or longer of lockdown. Should you need anything, please call me and I'll drop you off something, anything you may wish.
Thank you, Michelle. It's a
Michelle.
Keep well. Keep well.
Thank you, Michelle.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.